Guys, welcome to
Welcome
episode.
to episode 31 of the Celsius podcast.
This
Welcome
time, our
back.
first continental episode.
It's true.
Ooh,
It's
Because Nicola is in Serbia, I
international
in
believe.
the cool, awesome Americas. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit. That's our
Yeah.
funny joke that we do on the Celsius podcast for those tuning in for the first time for some reason on episode 31. Nicola, what's the temperature where you are?
58 degrees Fahrenheit.
Worst
Whoa!
country.
Whoa!
Imagine.
America!
See, here's the funny thing, though. They actually use Celsius in that country.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
And he still used it Fahrenheit like a cool
because my
American
computer's
man.
automatically set to Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they all
Let me
say.
see. Let me tell you it in Celsius. 1 second.
Nicola, it looks
No,
to me
no,
like
no,
you have
wait,
like
wait, no.
no.
That'll ruin like 80. That will ruin 30
Okay,
episodes
never
of
mind.
continuity.
Nicola, you look like you have a
14,
heavenly
14,
light in Serbia over there.
Okay, guys, I say we get into what we're watching.
Yo,
I don't want to talk about watching. How do we talk about our most hateful takes? Why are you so against woke people, Beck? Tell us.
no, he
Tell us
said
what
it
you-
was Pog and Pog Gaming.
What?
Beck, tell us why you think Pride Month is such a random month.
Such an
Pride
early.
Month is a good month.
So
I
haven't
like how we have Pride Month.
Okay,
I think it's
So
really
I
cool.
haven't actually been watching very much stuff. Can you
So you're
believe
gonna
it?
go first.
I'm gonna go first. So I watched a lot of single episodes of a couple shows.
Ooh.
I watched a Molly McGee episode.
I also watched same episode of that.
I
'cause-
watched a Clone High episode
Wait, of the reboot or the original?
of the original season.
Mm.
Is that a reference to the creators of Spiderverse?
It is, but we'll talk about that
Wait,
later.
what?
I watched an episode of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon because I was bored, and it was kind of awful, I'll be honest. I don't know if you've ever... I don't know if you've ever...
think it like it's overrated by some people.
The 90s one?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing about old animated TV shows. They're usually really garbage. Because the budget is usually really low. So that one was duty
Yes.
stinky. And then I watched the first 2 episodes of the new Disney Channel show Haley's on It.
I
this
actually
is
do
not-
need to know his take on this to see if I'm gonna watch it or not.
So, because he told me to watch Amphibia and Owl Host, both peak content, and I've been trying to repay it back by telling him to
Yeah.
watch Molly McGee and Unicorn Warriors Eternal.
I was just gonna watch that.
No.
Okay,
So-
fine. I'll let you take that one.
So here's my opinion, Beck.
Yeah.
The first episode is really cringe.
Wow. Okay. That's a bad sign.
The second episode is not as cringe.
Okay, probably not
And
gonna
it-
watch it then.
It's slightly
I'm watching
better.
way too much other stuff.
Yes. So that's my opinion on it. And it was kind of boring. It wasn't that funny, and I don't think I'm the target demographic. So
Yeah,
What do you
I
mean? What
might-
is the target demographic?
I don't know. So I might just leave that show where it is, and if I ever get really bored, maybe I'll check it out again. Or maybe I'll just
Yeah.
continue watching it. I don't know. That's my
Okay.
opinion. And I
Cool.
rewatched Spider-Man Homecoming, and that movie is pretty good. I do like that movie.
Yeah.
I rewatched No Way Home, and that movie is also pretty good. I
Hey,
like No.
One thing I heard, like, for Spider-Man Homecoming was, like, I watched a video on it, is, like, Ned was basically just, like, completely taken from, like, Miles Morales' like, partner thingy. Like, you know how, like, in Spider-Verse, he has, like, Genki, like, his roommate?
Yeah.
But he's barely in the movie.
Yeah, like, literally, that guy was the guy Ned was based off of.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But the
So they
CEO
kinda
is
stole
so
it.
awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Alright.
No, that's like really cool, Beck.
Dude, I swear, we need to do another live episode so I can punch Uri whenever he insults me.
Can't wait.
So true.
No, yeah, No Way Home. I think it holds up. I really like it. I think it's a good movie. I watched it twice in theaters, and I love the Tobey Maguire movies, so it was like really good to watch
Okay,
them.
unpopular take.
You don't like it.
Far From Home was the best of the trilogy.
That's a bad take.
It is not. I actually like that one the most.
Far From Home.
Why?
Our
Yeah.
Mysterio enjoyer. Or he was right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I actually really no. Actually, yeah, no. I
Bro,
actually
that
agree with
one
that.
I
do
liked.
like
It felt like a
Mysterio lot.
really just classic Spider-Man adventure. It didn't
No, it
have
was
like
good. It was good.
It
of
was
course,
good. It
but,
was
like,
good. It
it
was good.
didn't like okay, 3 was like way too much like multiverse focused and self-referential. I didn't
But
like
I
that.
liked that one. I liked that one a
I
lot.
did
I liked
not like how bro, like that would not stand up to like someone watching it in like
I
20
like it, but
years.
yeah, I agree with Beck. Spider-Man 2 is better. Far From Home is better.
Yeah.
I'm like actively waiting for that to become free on Disney Plus so that I can watch it again.
yeah.
No, Far From Home is good. It's like a simple. My thing about Far From Home is like that. The movie is kind of rendered void, except the only most important thing about the movie is the post-credit scene.
Hey,
That's it.
The thing is, it does not need to connect to other movies. It's just a good Spider-Man movie. I don't care that it like set anything up. It was just good.
Okay, Beck. No need to be so Mysterio enjoyer.
Oh, he got you there.
Wow. Okay. Nicola, you want to go?
You do kind of look like Mysterio now. You know, got the little
I mean, I
brown
also
hair.
have a bunch of stuff that I've been watching, so I don't know. Whoever has
Okay,
sure,
well,
I can go. I think
Okay,
all
we'll
watched
go
them.
by who's watched the most stuff. Uri wins with 13 different things. I have 8.
Yeah.
How many do you have, Nicola?
8.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
RPS,
Okay.
yo.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Bro, that was so delayed. That was
It's not
so
delayed.
delayed. It was
Nicola
literally
goes
delayed.
It's not delayed on my end.
Okay,
Nicola goes first.
fine. Do you want to go first?
Okay. Sure, yeah. Okay, so because I had that like 16-hour plane ride here,
Yeah.
For
I
the
had a lot
audience,
of time to
Nicola
kill.
is tired, so
Problem is only the 11-hour flight actually had because that's the intercontinental flights. That's the only one that actually had the screens to watch stuff. So I watched stuff for like I think probably about like 8 hours of there, and then I slept for most of the other time. So
Nice.
I started off by watching John Wick Chapter 4.
Isn't this
Wait,
called
Flick.
4?
And whatever the fuck.
No, it's called
No,
John
I
Wick
love the
Chapter
John Wick
4.
series
Hmm.
because the first movie was basically "fuck you, you killed my dog." The
Yeah.
second movie was "fuck you, you're related to the person that killed my dog." The third movie is "I am sorry, please forgive me," and then the fourth movie is "fuck you, you're French."
Good description.
Not gonna lie,
And you know what?
good.
Honestly, I fucking hate French people, so I agree with John. Ending was pretty fire.
Yeah.
I think it was a good movie. There's definitely a lot of I mean, you could definitely tell he was gonna die. There was like so many times that they were like when he was just like gonna die.
Yeah, you know what? Keanu Reeves' acting, not that great, but in John Wick movies, they feel fine, you know?
Yeah, like you don't need good
maybe
acting in like
not.
some stuff.
Maybe not.
After that, I was like, okay, that ending left you on like a pretty like somber note. So you know what? I'm gonna watch another movie that begins and ends on a somber note. So I rewatched No Time to Die,
Oh.
the last James Bond movie.
I
And
watched that in
it's still,
theaters.
I mean, I like that movie. It's still a good movie.
Yeah.
I have never
don't
seen a
know. The
single
villain
James
was
Bond
just
movie.
bad.
That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
the villain
right?
doesn't. They don't explain his like
Yeah,
concept.
and also like he's just not fun. Like the guy in Casino Royale. It's like literally the guy from Casino Royale. He was hype. He had an eye patch. He was doing the poker. They copied
Yeah.
our shot list from Poker Night.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's how it
So
works.
I think after that, I think I watched one other movie. I just cannot remember what that movie is.
That movie.
For the life of me, I cannot remember what it was.
Oh, I
Was
guess
it like-
wait, yo, wait. Actually, I watched one
Was
more
it
thing.
the first Phineas and Ferb movie?
Across the
Definitely
Second
not.
Dimension is better than Candace.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
100%.
fucking agree. I don't like Candace like the universe one. I don't like that
That
one.
one was
Although
bad.
I think that the songs are maybe equal. I think they both equal amount of good and mediocre songs. I'm upset that the best song in the movie got scrapped though.
Yeah, that seems to happen with
Scrapped to the
movies.
Great Unknown.
I felt they should have done a movie about like the Doofenshmirtz like agency stuff. That would have been cool.
Alka stuff. They
Yeah.
already did that with like a 4-part like.
Yeah, but
thing,
I would like a
right?
movie
Yeah,
about
Alka's
it.
going down, or the Alka show.
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
I'm trying to see if I remember if I wrote down anywhere
That'd be pretty cool if you could remember.
Nicola,
whatever I watched.
wait, that it, Nicola, or you said you watched
No,
it?
I have more, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to see if I wrote down anywhere what I watched on
Nicola,
there.
come on.
Okay, I can't find it. So the next thing was after I watched that third movie and then went to sleep for a couple hours, I had like 1 hour left in the flight. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch a couple episodes of Chernobyl because they
Chernobyl
just had
episodes are
all of
like
HBO
hour
Max.
long each.
I know, so I was just like, I'm gonna watch an episode of Chernobyl.
Great
And I
show.
was like, I know, I've watched it before. So I rewatched this again, and I was just like, yeah, let's watch this. Hour left of the flight, just watch an episode. Watch it. Definitely is Chernobyl, how I remember it. I have watched it recently. They just had like all of HBO Max just on the plane. It was just like in the
HBO Max
monitors.
or Max?
I know Hulu did that
No,
one
HBO.
time. We just could just like every Hulu original was on there.
Then I'm gonna talk about. I technically watched Spiderverse
Yeah, we'll save
after
that for
that.
like once we're all done because we all
But
watched
yeah.
it.
I like
Yeah.
a
So
Spiderverse
this is
segment.
Spider-Verse episode.
Yeah.
So after that, I watched AI SpongeBob for like most of the week because I discovered it and it is fucking amazing.
It's so funny. I watched it
Yeah.
for
It
about
is so
10
funny.
minutes, and like one of the first ones I saw was SpongeBob was like, "Whoa, Patrick, Sandy's nuts. They're huge." SpongeBob, I don't think that Sandy's nuts can be that big.
I love the running trend is that August 12th is going to be the heat death of the universe.
Yeah, dude, I saw the
Squidward
Squidward clip of that, and that was so funny.
Yeah.
He's just
And
T-posing and saying August 2nd.
Characters keep saying that the heat death of the universe is on August 12th. But then the other, like literally last night, SpongeBob said the heat death of the universe is actually tomorrow and not August 12th because it came to him in a dream.
Wait, that's like Silk Song reveal.
Are the things like auto-generated?
Yeah.
No, the topics are in their Discord.
Okay.
There's an entire thing, and all the people do it, and depending how many votes it gets, I think the mods then input it.
I see. Okay, because
The mods also go through them. And like also if a topic is popular enough in the chat, I think they just take it and add it in.
I see.
The thing is, there's been like actually like 4 accounts, like 4 official accounts and 6 streams, because it just keeps getting shut down from copyright violations by Paramount.
Yeah.
Because it says parody, but then they had the SpongeBob music in the back, and then also they were like doing $3 donations to become a fish. But both of those you can't really do because then you're making money off of it and you're using copyrighted music. So then the next stream they got rid of the music, and then it got shut down again. So then now they're on the new stream, and now it doesn't have any copyrighted music and it doesn't have any donations, but it's still going strong. And we hate Paramount.
All right.
All the big companies,
So funny,
they all
it is
suck.
actually so funny. Okay, next up, I finished Rebels, Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, you were talking about how you didn't like the ending.
Did I?
No, you talking about how you didn't like the third before the finale was.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what?
because
You know what? I
was watching the finale, and I knew that they were gonna do this. I just didn't really know how they were gonna do it. So I just got to the part where he just goes to like the time in between.
Oh yeah, wait, I think I saw a clip of that. It's like he saves Ahsoka, right?
Yeah, in the end of season 2, Ahsoka like fucking dies, basically.
Wow.
Oh wait, she has her own TV show.
But then we go, because that takes place after everything.
Ahsoka's just gonna be live action Rebels.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm excited for it now. So then he's just walking around and he's like, damn, that's the bird that Ahsoka knows. And it was also on a painting. So he follows it and he looks inside a wall and he's like, damn, that's Ahsoka now from season 2 when she was about to die. And then he just yanks her out.
Wow.
And I guess Ahsoka's just like 2 years younger now or whatever. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know how much the time difference is, but still,
No
she's just
offense,
like,
I find that kind of stupid. Just yanking around.
yeah.
Messing with like time travel can usually just like mess up
No,
a story.
because they mess with time travel, then they start to go to another wall, and then all of a sudden fucking Darth Sidious arrives. The
What?
fucking Emperor himself just chanting over a pit of blue fire saying like, I will fucking take you or some shit. And then he
Somehow
just tries to
Palpatine-
grab them through the wall. But then they escape in time, and then they never talk about time again.
Wow.
Mm.
So
mean, to be
time
fair, it was the
travel
third to last
exists in the Star Wars canon now.
Basically, yeah.
Canon,
Wow.
that's for later, Ian. God. Canon
Oh my
events.
God.
Either way.
Jesus Christ.
Either way, it's a good show. It has its flaws, but it's not bad, and definitely excited for Ahsoka now.
My favorite part of I didn't watch Rebels, but I like that scene where Obi-Wan kills Maul.
Oh yeah, that scene
Oh,
was.
yeah. Holy shit! I was laughing out loud because the writers like set it up like it's gonna be like an epic battle, and then Obi-Wan kills him in one hit.
Yeah,
I like
he literally
that.
just goes for the cross, which is so funny. Like where the lightsaber hilt thing, he just chops that in half,
Yeah.
and it's so funny.
It's showing that Maul is not learning from his lessons, but Obi-Wan's becoming a wiser person.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, then
What else, Nicola?
last night I watched Boss Level.
Is that like boss fight, but with like levels?
No. Boss
Whoa.
Level is basically it's that Groundhog Day movie about that one. It's about the guy that's like stuck in the same day again and again, and there's a bunch of people that are trying to kill him, and he needs to like
Dude, I watched
kill
that.
them all before.
I've seen
Yeah,
that.
because it's actually fucking funny. It's like actually really funny.
I like time loop stories.
Yeah,
My
they're
Like,
good.
favorite
Wait,
one.
yeah?
Yeah, of course you like
so like
telling stories.
about the
Oh my God.
so
This
about
is
like halfway through the movie, he finds out that they've been tracking him through a tooth. So now he's been taking out the tooth to capture each person. So he took out the tooth, put it in its location, and got one of the first person that were killing him. And then he was like, drop the gun, and she's like, I can't do this. This gun is worth $500,000. And he's like, how the hell? Why would you buy a gun that's $500,000? And she's like, this is vintage, gold-plated porcelain with a $250,000 muzzle that I designed myself. And he's like, why the fuck would you spend $750,000 on a handgun? And then I was like, fine, hand me the gun. And she's like, okay, but treated like porcelain. He picks it up and it says A and H. What does that stand for? And she says, Adolf Hitler. It was Adolf Hitler's gun, and he's just like, you've been fucking killing me with fucking Hitler's gun.
And
Where
then they
can
have
you
a,
watch
And then like,
I actually kind of want to
And then-
watch it now.
it's a good
Seems
movie.
really
and then
funny.
she was just like, are you gonna kill me? He's like, no, I'm gonna shoot you. And then she shoots him, and then he shoots him 6 times in a row and says, that was for the Jews, and then walks away.
that's funny.
Wait,
And then
where
they
do I
were-
watch this?
Hulu, I think, right?
It's on Hulu.
And
Bro,
then
that's
they
the one I
revealed
don't
that
have.
they revealed that
I
they've
know.
been killing
I
his
was so
own
pissed.
Real,
I
we
looked
just
for- I
said we're
looked
gonna
for where to
watch
watch
it.
and it says Netflix. I went to Netflix and it says it's not available. I went to Hulu and it says it's not available in your location. So I never have booted up a fucking
So you went to
VPN.
Serbia to watch this film.
No, I had to boot up a VPN to go back home to watch it.
Oh,
Is that it?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's good film. It's very funny.
yeah, we're gonna
The,
watch
the,
it.
the ending is you guys probably don't care about the ending, right? So I can say it.
I mean,
I kind of want to.
The ending of
Yeah.
what's the ending of every time loop movie?
He gets out
Yeah.
of the loop.
He gets out of the loop, but then he still has to get through the day one last time.
And it's like he actually
But
can
this
die.
time he can't die. Yeah, but this time he can't actually die.
Wow.
Because if he does, he dies for real.
That's cool. Actual
That's
stakes.
real.
And it's good because he's like, no, but then the thing is the movie ends right there.
That's
Like there
cringe.
isn't you don't actually see if he makes it through the day.
That's a Tony Soprano moment right there.
Mhm.
Back you
I
And
went.
then-
really want to. I want to know why people
Because
really
I
hated
could
that.
not- I tried to go to sleep at 10 o'clock, and I straight up just could not fall asleep. So I was like, fine, I'm gonna watch one more thing. So I watched like the first 30 minutes of The Suicide Squad.
Oh, good film, good film, good film.
I rewatch because this is once again I've basically only been rewatching movies since I can't
Mm.
really watch any new movies. So I rewatched The Suicide Squad. I watched the intro because I was like, I want to watch them fucking die again. And then I
Mhm.
watched the intro. I watched them like I got like the he does everything I do but better. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
Have you seen Peacemaker?
yeah.
I like Peacemaker.
I should watch
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
Pretty good.
I saw
Okay,
the
and
intro where he
is-
does the.
The only thing
Yes.
left on my list is Spider-Man, Spiderverse,
We'll
That-
talk about it later.
which we're gonna talk about all together.
Okay.
Don't ask
My
how I
turn.
watched
Yep.
Okay. I'll go over them in like importance. So, Ghost and Molly McGee episode. Me and Aiden both watched it, and my opinion was it was a pretty standard episode, but I was mad they put it on YouTube because
And
I
I'm-
think
yeah,
just
there's
put
like
it on like Disney Plus. I mean, bro,
There's, like,
it's not that hard.
5 or 6 episodes of this season, and I want to watch them, but they don't exist yet on Disney
Yep, I
Plus.
think it's like June 28th is when they're coming out.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere. All right, cool.
Wait, what's it about
next-
again? It's like a ghost.
It's a ghost
Okay.
and like. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay. Next. I'm gonna skip past some of these because like I just watched like one episode of Unicorn, but Aiden hasn't seen it, so I don't want to spoil it for
I
him.
haven't seen it. Don't
What's it
spoil it
about?
for me.
Unicorn?
We've talked
Warriors
about
Eternal?
Unicorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that just the name Unicorn or is it?
It's called
Unicorn
Unicorn
Warriors
Warriors
Eternal.
Eternal.
Oh, that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I started this new show called His Dark Materials.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I just was like, I need something to watch, and it was like there, so I'm watching that. It's like decent.
It's what's it about? It's like based off a book series, I think.
It's made a lot of the fantasy shows just like they just take book series and like adapt them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like about an orphan girl and like the show does like the one thing. I was about to literally like quit the show when they did this. Do not start your film by just saying text explaining lore.
That's Star
Fade,
Wars,
text,
basically.
explaining lore and things. It's like really important lore, but it's like okay, there's humans
No,
and the
but Star
souls
Wars
of
did
animals.
first,
But like,
it's
dude,
kinda
I can't
unique,
care because I'm
okay?
just reading random text. Please do at least like a voiceover for it or something.
Max a really
Nope.
big fan of show don't tell.
Yes.
I mean, Star Wars did it first,
Yeah.
so they're allowed.
Okay. Yeah, but also like it did it cool.
It did do it
Yeah.
cool.
They do
Because
it.
it is
yeah.
the iconic scrolling instead of just text fade.
All right. Now Ted Lasso.
Can I
I
talk about that
finished.
for a second?
Are you gonna spoil season 3 or no?
The show ended officially, all of it,
Yeah.
and I did not like the ending. I thought it wasn't that good.
Ooh. I gotta see it.
thought-
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really funny because
For-
it ended on like the same week, like the week that Barry's Succession ended. So I in my mind I can compare all the 3 shows. I like that one the least actually.
Ooh.
Whoa!
I mean, we both thought both the endings for Barry and Succession were really good, so
Yeah.
it'd be hard to top that.
No, but I
Um,
felt like it fizzled out or something. But you can say your own opinion if you're still
Yeah.
watching it.
I mean, like, also the episodes are like so long. They're like 45 minutes, and like,
Dude, they grow to be
I-
so fucking long.
yeah, dude, I could like see these like episodes cutting half the scenes. Like, they don't need to be so long. And also, in like season 2, this is like a really dramatic tone shift. It's like normally it's like this normal like comedy, like normal. They just
Yeah.
spend an entire like 40-minute episode focused on this one guy, like
Yeah.
a one side character whose main thing is bouncing off other characters, and they just put him alone and him really depressed. And
They
I don't know, I didn't
they
like
move
it.
that. They do move more side characters into the front.
Yeah. One thing
Do
that I
more of
did
that.
notice was basically Ted Lasso is if Mr. Peanut Butter was coaching a soccer team. Literally,
Basically.
I literally just
That's
noticed that and it
Bojack-
feels like it. It's a Bojack Horseman reference, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll get to
no,
that.
Okay. I watched Ted Lasso.
So what are your
Uh,
thoughts about the show? Do you like it? Like it's
I mean,
good.
it's
You like
good.
the
There are like good jokes. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the show, it's gotten so popular that it's hard for me to like it. Like literally, like my parents are talking about it. I went to my sister's high school graduation, and the dean mentioned Ted Lasso in like the graduation speech.
Yeah, no, they have
Ew.
those belief posters are everywhere now.
Yeah, and like the Today Show did it.
Yeah. No, I really like the first 2 seasons, but season 3 I think fizzled out for me. And now I think now it's become so popular now that people are starting to hate on it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. It's like it's hard because it's like a good show, but like it's so popular, I kind of just want to hate on it.
Hmm And so
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Also, Life of Pi. I watched that in my humanities class.
What?
It's based on a book,
Yeah.
and the book is like really slow and goes a lot into like his thoughts. But like the
Mm-hmm.
movie has to be 2 hours, so they cut like a ton of stuff. And they also cut him killing a Frenchman. And I know how much
No.
Nicola hates
Oh,
the
Nicola is
French,
so
so he
sad.
must be
hate
so
French.
sad.
So
No, you
so
see,
Beck, is
because
the
I'm
plot
American, I'm allowed to hate the British because they're British,
Mm.
and it's like my God-given right.
Beck?
Yeah,
So
But
yeah.
French aren't people, so it's not really, and nothing stops me from hating them. So
Okay, Aiden, ask question.
Guys, I want Nicola to be our ambassador for Serbia.
I don't even speak Serbian.
Okay.
so do you think that so do you think
Speak!
what was I gonna say?
What
So
do you think
Beck,
about the housing market?
was the plot of the movie that he was on a boat with a lion or tiger or whatever the hell it was?
The tiger was metaphorical
For
So was
what?
it real?
for himself. And all the
Ah,
animals represented
I
other
won't tell you.
people.
oh, what are
They
the
Oh, it's
other
like
talked
animals?
about
Lion
that
King.
in the movie. Like
Oh,
it's like the animals were actually just other people, and he like killed them because he was the tiger. I don't know.
what?
It
He
makes
was the
sense if you've
tiger?
seen it, yeah. Okay, cool. Other stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna go in like order of importance. I watched The Idol.
Oh, I want to talk about the idol. I want to talk
Okay,
about
let's
the
talk about this really quickly. This
Okay,
is trying so hard to be Euphoria. I'm not
Yeah.
even joking.
The thing is,
They had the show in production. They're like, okay, how do we make this good? They literally just stole the Euphoria creator and just put him on it.
yeah. Okay, I can give some background to this. So Euphoria, season 1 was really good, really tight. Season 2, really bad, really not tight. The guy kind of lost his way. And so, like, then he's announcing he's going to make this new show. And it got really bad reviews. There was, like, an article from the Hollywood Reporter that's, like, just, like, torture porn or something. And so that got some bad buzz. It's getting terrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and places like that. Like now that Succession and Barry are over, we need new HBO Sunday shows. We've had White Lotus.
Yeah, I
Last
was
of
just
Us.
like, I should watch this so I can like talk about it because it's trying to be HBO's big new show, and I'm not gonna watch any more of it because it's just bad.
So I didn't watch the show, but what is it? It's like about celebrities.
Okay, it's like about a celebrity that just like is like, like a celebrity just like broke it.
oh.
I heard the Weeknd's acting is really bad.
Yeah, they for some
Wait.
reason thought let's get The
The
Weeknd
Weekend?
to be literally like one of the main characters.
And then there's like
Why?
a picture,
What's he doing there?
and there's a
He's
picture
like
of her
a cult
with.
leader. That's what like the plot description said. But
Oh,
like it's like
And-
the pop star falls in love with like the cult leader. But I don't know.
I heard
Yeah.
there's a picture of cum on her face or something like that. Was that a plot
Yeah,
point?
What?
that is a plot beat.
What?
Yeah, it's not. Do not watch it.
Yeah, I heard
Just
there's like
What?
personal
underage-
advice: do not watch it.
like the controversy about this, like in the show, the character has like a picture, I think with cum on her face or something.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
No, come on, Beck. Tell us what you love about the idol.
This show. Yeah.
No, you're not
not
gonna continue
good.
watching.
I'm not gonna keep watching.
I'll watch
this-
Righteous Gemstones when that comes out. That's a new HBO show. That's gonna come
Okay.
too.
So okay, this is actually a story behind me watching this show. So I am like, it's Monday night. I have my Spanish and my physics final the next day. But like I can't fall asleep, so I'm like, okay, I'll put on some random HBO show to like watch as I fall asleep. I go, and then I swear I heard Uri talk about this or recommend it one time. But there's a show called Station 11.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I go and I'm watching the first episode, and I just get completely hooked into it. So I stay up until like 1 a.m. watching it, and then I go to sleep.
Wow.
So really good show. And then
Yeah.
I'm watching it, and we get out of school like 2 hours early one day, like
day
Wednesday
of
or
school?
something, because like the finals schedule is weird. So we get out at 2:30. I spend the next like 6 hours watching the show, just like 6 episodes are each an hour long. I just like binge all of it, and then I like just go to sleep. It was probably the most unhealthy binge I've had in a while, where I just sat there watching the show, and it's really good.
It's like
Yeah.
if The Last of Us was really artsy.
Yeah,
If The
It feels
Last
really
of Us
good.
was artsy,
and also
artsy.
it's cool because it's like it's not like humans fighting against zombies. It's more just like the interpersonal dynamics between like different civilizations and how humanity should like rebuild during a post-apocalypse, and it's all like really coolly connected. Like all the characters that we see are connected through this one
Yeah.
guy who just dies in the first episode, and throughout
Yeah,
the
that's
episode
really
we
cool.
get flashbacks to see how all these characters were connected to him.
It's a non-linear story. It's told in
Yeah.
different time periods, which is really cool. I really like when I think when the girl and Jeevan reunite, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was really
love it.
cool.
It's like in this future, it's more of like the disease that people have. And so the main characters were following this like traveling band or a symphony.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see their lives and different like it's mainly about this one girl in through different time periods about her life. With like other characters and they play a part of it. So like they kind of like it does. You do have to watch the show carefully because you're gonna get kind of lost if you don't understand like the time shifting. It's gonna be
Yeah.
kind of
Like it
that's
shifts
kind of
between
confusing.
like a year before the apocalypse and then like a month after to like 20 years after.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last thing I watched. I've talked about this before, but I've never actually watched it. It's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Fuck You.
Oh my
I
god!
watched it finally.
Insane.
And was it
Was it bad?
The one no, it's pretty good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, not as good as Year of Dicks though. Like I still think Year of Dicks deserved the win. But
Alright.
let me tell you something. I will talk about this.
Fuck you.
So it's based on a book, and the book is like really like it feels like all the characters were like drawn like never lifting a pen. So like it just like loops between. There's so many cool lines, and they made the animation look really cool in the movie. It's like 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm watching it. But also, the most annoying thing is like the dialogue. The dialogue, here's what it is. It's guys saying like quotes for like 40 minutes. Like
Oh.
it's not like them like saying quotes, it's like saying like in life, you can't let the darkness stop the light. It's like all stuff that you would see on like inspirationalquotes.com, but they just say that to each other for like 40 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, guys, I'm home, but it doesn't feel like home because you are my home. Why did Uri light a
arsonist,
match?
arsonist.
Let it burn a bit more.
Yeah, let it burn down to your fingertips just so you can feel something, anything. Guys,
So
did
relatable.
you
I got
get that
I
reference?
got the Nicolas Cage Spider Noir
That was a
reference.
Nicolas Cage reference from Dead by Daylight.
All right, well, that's all I wanted to talk about. The boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse. Did Aiden die? That's a rip.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about, unless you have more stuff.
No, I still think Year of Dicks was robbed. This just felt really Oscar baity.
Who's decided to join us again?
Discord merely crashed.
Aiden has returned. Uri, just get on to
like,
what you're
Jesus
watching.
Christ. Okay, guys, I'm watching a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go from like least to most important, I would say.
That's what I did.
So okay. I don't know if I talked about this, but I watched a documentary about the KKK.
You did not talk about this.
So I watched a documentary about the KKK. It was on Hulu. It's like this 1 hour thing about this guy who infiltrated the KKK so he could take down like members who were targeting a black guy. It's pretty.
That they usually do that.
And so he was infiltrating the KKK, and he got like to a really high position in the KKK. It's like Grand Nighthawk. But then he wears like I think like a wire, and he records them saying like their conspiracy to kill the guy, and they go to jail. But now he has to, and so then he does like an interview with like some big news reporter, and so that's that. And then they watched another documentary on Hulu called Stolen Youth. It's about this guy who was like a dad of one of the students at Sarah Lawrence College, and he like took her friends and kind of became like their cult leader, and he kind of really abused them. He financially stole them. He convinced them he tricked them into having false memories, and then but then he was eventually caught, and he's sentenced to 60 years in jail. And those were pretty interesting, you know.
Were they all like the same documentary stuff? Like they get people to interview and like in a black background and all that.
Not black background, like in their house or something.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and then there's this new TV show on Hulu. This is all so far. These first three things are on Hulu. Hulu has some pretty good documentaries. I would look to researchers. Go through if you have Hulu. Go through Hulu. They have some good documentaries out there.
Yeah, I can't wait until the merger and I can actually watch all that stuff.
The Class of '09. It's another thing on Hulu. It's like about this class of FBI agents, and we get to see their lives through 3 different time periods. It has a good enough cast. It's like this in the future there's they have this really high tech system to track criminals. In the past, in the past, we're seeing how this class is growing. The present, we're seeing how the tech is evolving. The future is how it's become a very police state. It's pretty good. It's getting interesting. My only annoying is I hate when TV shows have to continually say this is the past, this is the present, with text. We get it. I've seen the text so many times.
Yeah, they should. You know what they should do? They should just put a filter over it so you can tell.
They do already do that.
Oh, they do.
So it's past filters kind of orangey, more middle ones kind of high, more bluish, I guess, gray, and other one's kind of darker. The future one,
yeah.
And it's
The thing with that is when you don't do that, you're able to do a lot more cooler things. You don't know whether you're in the past or the future. I feel like when shows do that, it's also pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
no,
also,
I agree.
I like how Bojack Horseman does it, where it's completely just say the date, completely just out of nowhere, almost no context. Today is June 4th, 2006. Love the year 2006.
Bojack for telling me. Thank you, Bojack, for telling me what year 2006 right now we are in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I like that episode of Family Guy where it takes place before 9/11, and in every shot they have the Twin Towers.
Yeah, today is June 10th, 2023. For the viewers who don't know, but for you,
That-
it will
well,
be
Yeah, they'll let,
a different
you
day.
can figure out
because
how long it took Uri to edit this.
it'll be next Sunday. So do the math.
It's not next Sunday, guys.
Okay,
The
and
18th.
so it's
It's
kind
gonna
of
be
interesting.
wrong.
It's kind of interesting. I watched one episode of this like new thing. It's called When They See Us. It's like a drama on Netflix about like these 5 black kids who were coerced into admitting they did a rape on a white jogger. It's pretty frustrating to see how the police system is racist against people, and so that's gonna if you watch that show, it's gonna make you furious against the police system. So don't watch that if you don't want to get furious. Um, next thing I finished Ted Lasso.
Oh, cool.
I've told my feelings about that. It's okay. And I also finished season 3 of Dave. Dave is in real life, he's a rapper named Lil Dicky, and he has a fictional life. And it's like we're seeing his fictional life in the TV show. It's actually really interesting. He got Brad Pitt to be in the last episode with him. Like there's stalker of Dave, and then she comes to the house, and Brad Pitt wants to do like a singing session with Dave, but then the stalker kind of like threatens them with a gun. It's really interesting. They get Brad Pitt for basically the whole episode, and then they meet Drake at the end, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's I like it. I'm excited for next season. I watched this new movie on Max. It's called Reality. It's like 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's like there's this in real life. There's this like woman who like gave like I took like and national security agency reports to like a organization, and then like FBI agents came to her house, and it's like this movie is entirely based on a recording they did of like, and so we get to see that in real life. It's kind of interesting. And in real life, she went to prison for like 5 years for doing that.
You're watching a lot of like hour and 20-minute long documentaries.
That's
it was a
crazy. What is
documentary.
it, Nicola?
It was fictional. It was like a fictional retelling based on the recording. I like the Euphoria actors in there. Another
cool.
thing that's like based on real life was this TV show called Unbelievable. It's on Netflix.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
It's on Netflix.
That's unbelievable.
Guess what it's about?
9/11.
No.
Schizophrenia.
Guess.
You want me to guess
Schizophrenia.
again?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
So it's called
Schizophrenia.
Unbelievable. So it's about something
Wait,
that was
wait.
unbelievable.
Who does the song Believe? Imagine Dragons.
No, I think it's Journey. Isn't it Journey?
I think it's about
Don't Stop
schizophrenia.
Believing.
Oh, Don't
That's
Stop.
Journey.
I
Okay.
think it's about
That's
John
Believe
Lennon does-
Bird. Okay, no. It's about it's
Kill
about
John Lennon.
guess what? It's about a rapist. So
Again, how many are you watching?
a woman gets raped, but then she goes to the police, and then she's tricked into thinking her rape didn't happen. Simultaneously, we see how like that's being affected in her life, and she's like, and then she believes that she didn't do it, and she pretends lying, and everybody hates her for that. Simultaneously, we're seeing like 3 years later, there's these 2 lady detectives who are trying to catch like a rapist who's doing a lot of rapists in the area, and then we find out that rapist actually raped the girl who was tricked into thinking she didn't got raped. And so then we see like her life in parallel, her life of the person who's gaslighting thinking he didn't get raped, while the lady detective's trying to catch the rapist 3 years later. And so it's based off a real story. And then I watched this new Tom Holland show.
Okay, please tell us a lighter note.
It's not.
Tom Holland doesn't.
Okay, so Tom Holland, the first scene starts off with him trying to shoot a guy, and then like his friend.
Oh, cool! Keeping the dark tone going.
I mean, I've watched a lot of dark shit.
Yeah,
I like it. So Tom Holland, but then it's like he gets caught by like the police or something, and then they have to interview him about and one of the profilers is like checking to see if he's a serial killer. So she's interviewing him about his life and says, "How did you get to this point? How did you meet these people?" And then we get to see Tom Holland being kind of like a fucking moody teen, and that's kind of fun. It's okay. It's not that great. It's fine. It's fine for now. I wouldn't hate on it, but it's fine. It's It's called The Crowded Room.
Is that on Apple TV?
It is on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I'm getting ads for that.
And so that's that. And then I started. Oh, this is okay. And then I watched these two shows with my dad. One of them is called CB Strike. It's a thing on Max. It's based off like a book series by Robert Galbraith, also known as J.K. Rowling.
What?
She has like a pen name for Robert
She has
Galbraith.
a different pen name than J.K. Rowling?
Yeah. It's called Robert Galbraith. It's about like this detective who explode his leg got exploded in Iraq or something, and now he's a British guy in London, and he's like a private detective. And his first case is he's trying to solve like a murder of like some supermodel, and then it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's okay. And then I've been watching. This is like serial killer stuff. The next one is a serial killer show, but it's a really funny concept on the serial killer show. So it's a new thing on Peacock. It's called Based on a True Story. And so the thing is about this show is that like there's this couple. One of them they're pregnant and like they need some money. And then there's like this serial killer in the area, and the wife's really into like true crime podcasts. And then they figure out that the serial killer is their plumber, and then they think, what if we do a podcast with the serial killer?
That's pretty funny.
And it's like
That's actually how we do our
Yeah,
podcast.
Nicola
That's actually why
has
we have
murdered
Nicola.
8 people.
I knew you were gonna say my name. I knew you were gonna say my name. I don't.
You're the most believable.
And
Yeah.
That is
so,
true.
and
Plus,
so
Uri only
yeah,
has
no,
2.
You have the most. So
and so that it's a really fun concept. It's landing to itself really well because at first the serial killer is like, what are you doing? But then he's really interested in protecting his brand. He says like, guys, I made like a really good cut of our podcast, and I think you're gonna like it. And then he's like, it's like really fun. It's like very comedic in ways, but it's like kind of dark, but it's darkly funny. It's like I said it's on Peacock. I suggest watching it. It's really funny.
Subliminal messaging where like every
No
couple
one
of
has
seconds they
Peacock.
flash for like a
I
couple
have
frames of them
Peacock, but like
murdered.
why?
it's ads,
It's
so I
like-
don't watch it. It's because I have a cable
yeah.
subscription. They give you Peacock for free.
Yeah,
But, like,
Ben
with
gets
ads.
The only time I'll get Peacock is to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie on it when it comes out. If I can't see it in theaters.
Yeah, I
And
never
so and so it's a really funny concept. Yeah, it's like serial killer is really interested in protecting his brand. Come on, guys, the brand is me. So like, I took all the other
This
like
is the brand.
like I'm a serial killer, and like they make the agreement with him. Okay, you can't do killings if you're going to do this podcast. Okay, and so they're trying to figure out how to market that. So that's pretty interesting. And then the biggest thing I watched was I did like maybe a week ago. I did an entire binge of BoJack Horseman.
Literally one of the
Whoa.
top 3, one of my top 3 favorite shows of all time.
I'm gonna say I love this show. It's so good. I think its finale is my top 10 finales. I really
Ooh.
like
Like View from Halfway Down or like the actual finale?
the actual finale.
Yeah, the actual finale is really good. But View from Halfway Down is one of the best episodes of television.
Yeah, no, I really like it. Aiden, you should totally fucking watch it. It seems like the type of thing you'd be really into.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll be
Watch it.
it'll be one of like the 4 shows that we all have like watched, that we all have actually
Owl
watched.
House, Kaleidoscope.
Breaking Bad.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Okay, wow, 2.
I actually haven't watched Breaking Bad either. I just know how it works.
Yeah.
Bro,
How it works.
No, this
2
might be like-
shows. We need to have more than that.
This is like maybe the 5th thing me and Beck have in common. Then, no, there's like me and Beck watched a lot of the same shows.
Yeah.
And so I fucking love it. Aiden, you probably know what it's about, obviously, but
It's about a horseman.
Alcoholic Horseman.
I love
Resting alcoholic horseman.
I love BoJack Horseman.
I love it. It's like it might be. I feel like there's only like a few shows that don't have any really bad beats in them. I think BoJack doesn't have a bad beat in it. I think it's really solid.
I remember I watched it with my mom. We watched like the first half of season 1 where it's all fun and jolly, and then you get like the ending of season 1 where it just gets depressing.
Yeah.
My personal favorite episode is Escape from LA when he does one.
Oh, dude, that's painful.
I like
That
Escape from
episode is so painful.
where like I think this is a really fun show that I think I will do a rewatch this later in the future.
Yeah,
I really like
I
it.
I
Yeah,
rewatch it like every year because
really.
like it
Yeah.
holds up like on
Yeah. No, it holds
rewatches.
up hard. I'm gonna make a TikTok where I'm gonna rank the best my top 10 TV finales. It's gonna be on there. And
Wow.
Ooh, I should do
I
something like
really like
that.
it. I really like it. I just guys, Nicola Beck, I know you watch it, so
Yeah.
why you love it so much?
Okay, I can go into this. So,
Depression.
BoJack Horseman is an amazing TV show. It's able to
Okay,
balance.
wait. Before Beck launches into the long explanation, I'll give you the short
Okay, yeah,
explanation.
have Nicola give the
It
short explanation.
depicts depression and suicide better than like
13
13
Reasons
Reasons
Why.
Why and all of the shows that actually like really set out to like do it, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so good. Now back to the long answer.
Okay, so BoJack Horseman is an amazing TV show. The guy who made it actually like went to a high school, like a high school near us, and he actually did a
Went to
talk.
our high school, did he not? I thought like
He
remember
went
he went
to
to talk to our
Gun.
high school.
So
Oh well, he talked to our high school as
the
well.
school that we stormed their stands, he went to that one.
Well,
Sadly,
he
he was
talked to
not there
our
to experience the events.
He would have put in BoJack Horseman if he did, you know.
Yeah,
he talked at our school last year. I think that's actually what got me to watch the show.
yeah. That's what got me to like finish my first watch through. So
Weren't you
And it was
watching the
really
show
cool
when
because
he
when I
when
watched
he when
when I
you
yeah,
when
he
he
watched
was.
some of the episodes,
I
I'm
got
like,
through season
oh,
one.
that was one of the episodes he was talking about.
Yeah, no, he literally was like, "What if we do an episode where they never talk at all?" He was talking.
And then I got to that episode, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is the show.
So I got through season one just normally because I got it like recommended. But then I kind of dropped it. But then when I heard he was coming, I started watching season two, and then that hooked me, and then I
What?
got through all of it. It's an amazing TV show. It's able to be like one of the funniest shows I've ever seen, and also one of the saddest. I love how like it is amazing that like portraying like at the beginning, BoJack is just like a normal person, but you can
Not
just see
normal,
him
but
not
kinda.
normal, but like he's like kind of alcoholic. But then he just goes on a downward spiral throughout the entire time. And also they're able to do what I kind of like to call the character mind episodes a lot, which is you just do an episode that takes place entirely in a character's mind and you're able to learn a lot about them. Like, okay, one of my favorite episodes is
Free Churro. I love that episode.
oh, Free Churro. That's literally just him talking to the camera for like 30 minutes and it's amazing. No,
I love
okay, the
Free
one I was
Churro.
thinking of, I don't remember the name of it, but it's he wakes up and you just get to hear his internal monologue just saying about like how bad he is and every time he does something wrong and just saying you're terrible, I
Stupid
hate you,
piece of
you're
shit.
bad. Yeah. And then he goes through the entire day it's like this. And then he gets home, he's just feeling completely defeated. And then he talks with someone who's like, I always just feel like there's this voice in my head telling me I'm terrible. Does that go away ever? He's like, yeah, it goes away. Oh, it's so good. And also
Yeah.
like they would use like really cool animation to like actually show like his mind. Like, okay, also the Diane episode, like in season 6, where she's like trying to write the book and
Mhm.
like she's going through her entire mind and like good damage and
Yeah.
like being able to write the Aiden, are you raising your hand?
I am raising my hand. We've been recording for 55 minutes already, and we still haven't talked about the big boy
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I was gonna
Wow.
say. That's what I was
We're
actually
gonna
gonna remember.
save it.
was
I
gonna
just-
say.
Okay, BoJack Horseman, literally top 3 favorite shows of all time. Definitely watch it.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say, Aiden, you gotta watch it. I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally
It's-
that and Avatar. I'm literally extremely disappointed in you that you haven't seen them.
It's a very, I really like a lot of these episodes. I really like the voice acting part of it. That's really good.
Oh.
Will Arnett's is really good at that. Yeah, no, it's a really solid show. It gets really depressing. I like its message about like how BoJack kind of repeats this cycle. But yeah,
Yeah,
watch it, Aiden. Watch it now. Go leave. Watch it.
yeah, literally
I
just
have to go to bed.
wow,
You're
cringe.
cringe.
Imagine sleeping.
Okay, Aiden,
I
you
have
can
to go to work.
Aiden,
Imagine
roll
going
us
to
into
work.
Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, Aiden, give us like an intro.
So, in 2017, December, Into the Spider-Verse came out and was a revolutionary marvel within both the superhero and animated movie just bubble. It was animated so well. The soundtrack was amazing. One of the best animated films that have ever come out. And then they're like, guys, we're doing 2 sequels, a part 1 and a part 2. And you're like, wow, those are going to be really good. And then you watch the new one that came out and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
I know.
okay.
I had.
That was one of the greatest movies
I
I've
had-
ever seen.
I finished that film and I had Beck Owl House finale reaction.
I
had
love how
that
like
was the
that has
greatest
become a thing.
of all time.
No, okay.
Nicola,
But
tell
it-
us,
I actually-
Nicola,
I think I watched half a movie.
Okay, spoilers, guys.
It is
Spoilers. Spoilers.
fucking
For
amazing.
the
Nicola,
entire
tell us,
movie.
Nicola, tell us where you watched it.
Online.
Yep, he pirated it.
No,
I could not
he's
watch it
crazy.
any other way.
Okay. Can I say something? So me and Aiden, we went and watched this movie together. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be amazing. I'm so hyped for it. We go in,
Yeah.
we watch it, we go through the Gwen scene. I turn over to Aiden, I'm like, this is gonna be one of the greatest films ever made.
Already.
Like literally, okay. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a feeling in your chest. Like this magical experience when you're watching something amazing. And it literally, I'm like, I felt this. I knew this feeling because it was the Owl House finale feeling. I got that
No
feeling
way.
watching this film. Ew, my god! And
I really wish
I've seen it twice now.
so we could have watched it as a podcast together.
I know. It would have been awesome.
Yeah, but Nicola was in Serbia.
Yeah, he literally dipped the day it came out.
Yeah, the day me and Beck saw it.
Yeah.
No, okay, let's talk about why. Why did we love this movie? Why is it so good? Give us best Easter eggs, favorite moments. Talk.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
love
the
Miguel's
animation
racist.
was really good. The voice acting was really good. The soundtrack was really
Yeah,
good.
literally the soundtrack. I've just been listening to it the entire time. The songs are so good.
Everything the first movie did is way better. The story is amazing. It's still really funny.
Yeah.
All the characters are still really well written.
And they got new characters. They didn't just bring back all the characters from the first one. They made like
Which
entirely new characters.
I'm sad about because I like Spider Noir and Peter Porker.
Yeah, I
and
think they're gonna
Eddie.
come back
Oh,
in the
they're coming
third
back
one.
in the
I mean,
last
they are.
movie, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I really like this movie. My one critique, it does feel like you're kind of getting half of the chip back since it is a part 1 and part 2 thing. That's
Yeah.
my
No. See, that's not my complaint. My complaint is the movie ended, not that there's a part 1 and part 2. I think the part 1 and
No,
part
no,
2 are
I am
totally
with Jeff for
justified,
that, yeah.
and I felt
But
satisfied at
watched
the
it
mean,
and
it
I
makes
did
sense.
feel like I only watched half a movie.
Yeah.
No,
Like, it
I
felt
felt like I watched a
much
full
more.
movie with a conclusion cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't know. It felt shorter for me. It felt
Yeah.
short.
Me too.
yeah. No, okay. Can I explain to you something? See, the film is 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yep.
I know.
I am watching this, and
It genuinely
you
felt
get
like
to
it
the
was like an
point where
hour.
he's about to like enter the portal at and like go to the Indian world.
Mm-hmm.
I check my clock. There's an hour left. They spent an hour and 20 minutes just on setup, and it didn't
Really?
feel like an hour and 20 minutes. Like a character literally
Really?
says you have an hour left. So I checked my watch.
Oh yeah,
and
did you time it?
actually
Did you
did
time
have
that?
an hour left. They
Okay,
actually timed that.
that's amazing.
There's so many good like little Easter eggs throughout this movie. Like I saw like a billboard that said that was like soda. It's a generic brand. I thought that was funny as fuck.
I think I saw that too.
Oh my god, okay. I love the way they like animated the Spot in like his full power form because it felt like nothing I'd seen before. Like
Mhm.
all those like weird lines. It felt like it literally felt like you took something out of a museum and put it like moving on a movie
I
screen.
mean, that's how the whole movie looks like that.
Yeah.
One complaint. They did a Venom Easter egg.
I like the Venom
No
Easter egg.
one has seen Venom. No
I've
one got the
seen
reference.
Venom. I got the reference. Kaido got the reference. Bruno
Yeah,
got
I mean,
the
What was the
reference.
reference?
I just
That's
really wish
crazy.
they didn't have it.
Oh, when he went into the live action world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
Here's
think I
one.
thought
Here's
that
the
was Venom, but
my
I think I-
one nitpick.
At first, I thought that was something else.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Here's my one nitpick with the movie that doesn't make sense. In the movie, when Miles is like, "Yo, guys, my dad's gonna die. Can I go like save him?" And Miguel's like, "Fuck you." Main man
Fuck you, you
Hobie,
fucking
who
brat.
hot take, I didn't like Hobie that much.
I didn't like
He
him
was
either.
still a good character and he was animated really well, but I didn't think that he was that funny.
Well,
Or like
I agree.
I liked him. I thought he was cool.
he was cool, but I didn't like him as much as like
I like his character
Spider-Man India
design.
or anything.
His character
Yeah.
design was cool. Like the way
Yeah, and how they
Yeah,
animated him and how
He
each
definitely
piece
had
of
the
him was
best
animated.
character design.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So when Miles is about to get ganged up on him by everyone, Hobie's like, "Yo, dudes, I'm totally out of here. This is totally dampening my mojo." He takes off his wristband and throws it away.
Yeah.
That way he can't come back to the
And then it
Spiderverse
comes
place.
back in the end.
And then Gwen has it with a note that's
could
like,
not
"Hey
give
guys,
him.
it's me, Hobie Brown."
No, do you
I
not see? No, I don't think you were paying attention. Throughout the entire time he was in the main thing, he was just grabbing technology from the walls.
Yeah.
If you were looking at him, he was just grabbing shit from the walls.
No, I know.
And that's how he made the thing.
He made another one?
Yeah.
He is not.
That's how Gwen got the thing.
No, because it's his.
No, I think he was making another one, right?
It did.
Really?
It was a
Made it.
different
He gave
style
it
than
to
the other
Gwen.
ones. He actually could have made it himself.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
I
not.
think he
Maybe
made
the
it and
movie's
gave it
just
to
really
Gwen.
good.
Yeah. Okay. One thing
Well,
that I really
I
liked.
just think the audio
was-
was really fucked up because I could not hear him
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, it's been like that for
Yeah.
most theaters, I think.
that's a real thing.
One thing that was really funny for me was like sometimes they would literally just have in the corner just a text blob explaining stuff. Like Kobe would say, I don't have a Scooby Doo what's happening. And it would say
Yeah.
Scooby Doo, British slang for clue. Oh, and then one really funny one was like they're fighting the Da Vinci Vulture, and it just said hammer space. Cause like he was able to like make random stuff. And they're like, he's got hammer space, and then it says hammer space where hammers are stored.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That was cool.
No. Yeah, it's a really solid movie with a bunch of Easter eggs. My favorite, I think, scene was just like the whole spider like headquarters. Like I love
The
seeing all the different
face or like
the base, like seeing all the different Spider-Men. That was my favorite part.
yeah.
That entire sequence in that universe was amazing.
Yeah,
And then I do think the like plot twist of the movie, I do think that they should have showed it on screen for less time that he went to the wrong universe, because you can see immediately because it
figured
shows
out.
42.
Yeah.
And when I
I
was
figured
watching it,
out
I noticed
42.
immediately that he went to the wrong universe. I'm like, holy shit. Like it still made the ending was still really cool because you know what's happening.
I was
Yeah, you
stupid,
didn't know
right?
he was gonna be the Prowler.
I didn't remember what Miles' original universe was, so I
also did not remember what his number was. I thought it could be
feel like
42.
42 is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
twist-
1808 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Twist in the next movie, the Prowler is actually going to be a good guy in this universe.
I don't think
No,
that's
they
true.
literally said he was gonna rob a bank. They were literally planning
Yeah.
that in the ending.
He becomes a good guy.
Yeah, one thing I noticed this like online from people posting about it. The spider was originally supposed to bite the Miles in 42, but
Yeah.
then the collider brought him to this world.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy. How much foreshadowing's in the first movie.
Yeah, dude, it's actually insane.
Yeah,
I also
no,
thought it
they-
was really funny that they brought back the bagel bit from the first movie, and that's how the
I
plot
was
existed.
I was
Because
like, no
because
way.
I'm pretty sure the bagel bit was just something they shoehorned in at the last minute because they thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, there's so
like-
many bagel references because like everything everywhere all at once and all that stuff, and like the bagel thing in that. So that's really interesting. I think it's like there's like a lot of bagel references in this movie. If you
I
can
know
have it.
it's such like a tiny detail, but like people who actually like knew it from the first one, it was so cool that they actually brought it back.
And so the
Yeah.
reactions to the end of this movie, it's either it's a mixture of both. Fuck you to the screen for the to be continued part, or this is the best movie ever. It's
Best
either
movie ever.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
only complaint was that it wasn't 4 hours long and wasn't Also, here's bye,
And
Nicola.
Nicola died. Oh, he's
Yeah.
back.
Maybe he's back. But here, hi,
So
Nicola.
sad. Let's play Despacito.
Anyway, here's something. So the movie's supposed to come out March of next year.
Not gonna happen.
No, it's
Gwen,
not.
the voice actor for Gwen, has not recorded any lines.
Bro.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can do that after
She's
animated.
gonna die like 5 minutes in. Yeah.
Either she's gonna die 5 minutes in, or the movie's getting delayed, which is probably.
Yeah.
I hope it's neither.
Probably gonna get
Okay.
delayed.
We should talk
Fucking-
about like each character's arc throughout this story because I feel like they each deserve to be talked about.
Yeah, okay, let's go with Miles first.
Okay, Miles. I love his and like how they like try to twist
I love
with
how
like
he jumps on buildings with the exaggerated swagger.
yeah. Okay, what I love is like
No, Beck, acknowledge what Nicholas said. Talk more about it.
About-
It was
he
so
does
cool.
he is really cool. The way he swings around is very unique.
It's like now it's like the frames per second is like more smooth because in the first one it was more choppy and to show how he's kind of an amateur, but this one he's better at it. So it's like
Yeah.
more,
And the other guy, he's like his main body is in like 4s. His background is in 2s, and his guitar is in 1.
Hobie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Miles. I really like how both films so far have been like playing with like what it means to like be Spider-Man. This one I think is really cool because it's like, does Spider-Man like need the trauma to like be a real
Spider-Man.
hero? Yeah. Like, does he need to have his dad die to like actually be Spider-Man? Because no one like
There's so many
accepts
lines
him.
that go so hard in that movie, and I'm so disappointed that they used all of them in the trailers.
Yeah.
What went hard?
Like being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I would say Beck storming at September
Why is
9th,
everyone telling me how my
that's
story is
Beck's
supposed to
canon
go?
event right there.
What?
Storming at September 9th cancellation. That's
Wow.
Beck's canon event.
I love all of the fucking everybody on Twitter. Yo,
Yeah.
what was the dinosaurs canon event? And it's
Meteor.
just fucking the meteorite.
I like the
What was-
Spider
what was the
Vangelion ones.
Yeah.
What was the cat's canon event? And it was just
Shane
fucking,
Dawson.
somebody just posted a picture of fucking Shane Dawson.
Yeah. But yeah, I really think Miles is really cool. His arc, because like all the Spider people, like they don't accept him as Spider-Man because he hasn't
Mhm.
had this stuff, but he's trying to prove that he can actually, be Spider-Man. Like he's able to literally win like a 500 v1.
Yeah.
Well, or like achieve what he wanted to because he's able to bait them all out of the headquarters and then like go invisible and then get back.
Yeah, no, I
The fact
expected
that he
Miguel to be his ass.
The fact that he planned all that actually because he didn't just
Yeah,
go
because he
invisible instantly.
Go invisible instantly so people could actually follow him.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Oh, can someone explain to me the joke with his suit? Because you know how every time he like meets a new character, they're like, "Yo, your suit looks weird."
I also did not get that.
What's that?
Because
What was
it's
the joke?
black. And black, they hate blacks. So
I
They
don't
hate black
think
I
that
do
was
not
the
think
joke.
that's it.
It was something about the armpits
Yeah.
of the suit. I didn't quite
They
understand.
said you look like you're bleeding from your armpits because he has red from his armpits to his hands.
Oh, does he?
Mm,
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Because I just couldn't ever hear that joke.
yeah.
I think because
Audio
it kind
makes
of looks like a spray painted suit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that's all the stuff for Miles, right?
Yeah.
The other really big story arc is Gwen's, which is so amazing.
Dude, in that
This was
first
fucking-
10
this
minutes,
was Gwen's
was
movie,
like
and we were all
better than
in
like
it.
any.
10 minutes? I thought it was like 20 or 30.
I actually
Was it
don't
like
know how long
30
that scene
minutes or
was.
something?
In
feel like
that
it was
first
40 minutes.
intro, that was like
this was Gwen's
so
movie.
good.
Mm.
Yeah,
And I swear to
but
God, if they kill Gwen in the next movie, I am walking out of the theater.
When it's
no,
over.
Nicola, no, you'll be walking out of your room because you'll be pirating it, obviously.
yeah,
No, because hopefully I'll be in. Actually, yeah, 'cause it's March. Whatever, school is still
No,
going on, so I'll be
They're
in
Yeah.
definitely
America.
going to delay the movie.
Of course.
they are. Okay, yeah. So Gwen, we have this really emotional interest, and we actually get her full backstory because like we didn't get a lot of it, but like people knew her backstory from like comics and stuff.
Mhm.
But now we get this really like emotional scene. Like you have, I love how they just like have her like playing the drums and it's going over like all this emotional stuff and like it really felt so cool. And then also her pastel world was just looked so cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool animation, different types of animation in the movie.
Yeah.
That was really lit to see visually, and that's what Aiden calls it, a genre-defining movie.
Yep.
It really is.
Yeah.
Really?
Like you can like literally get so much and like learn so much about her as a character because like you now know her backstory and like why she was like so isolated. And then I like her telling her dad that she's Spider-Man contradicts Miles wanting to tell his dad or his parents that he's Spider-Man, but then she's telling him not to because she's seen the bad way it
Yeah.
ends.
But he says, "Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing,"
He does say that and then tells it to the wrong mother.
which I knew he was doing the whole time. The
Yeah.
whole time Beck, you could agree that I like because the seats that we were sitting in reclined. I
Yeah.
unreclined my seat and was just sitting like this in
Yeah.
the theater
Wow.
with like my jaw on the floor because I knew exactly what was happening, and it was so incredibly played out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is anything else left to say on Gwen?
The ending I thought was really good how they like changed the colors in the background as she's like trying to tell her dad just like how she's trying to do her own thing being Spider-Man
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Spider-Woman. Just
yeah.
yeah, I thought the acting was incredible on both sides. It was very emotional.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I almost cried at a couple parts of this film.
Yeah, like the Owl House finale.
So that one I was like really crying. Yeah.
What
And
it
then
is? Yeah.
the spot, bro.
I like the spot.
Such an amazing villain.
Amazing villain.
Except for when he disappears for like half the movie.
Does
I
like
guess you can say that bagel really hit the spot.
Okay, we're gonna ban Nicola, and so guys, we'll see Nicola next week.
okay. So the spot is really cool because he's built up as this extremely goofy, funny villain. And you see him being like insanely funny and Nicola dipped. He's like
Yeah, well-
it's like he's played for jokes being like the villain of the week. But like he
Yeah,
has this like very dark backstory about like being disformed and then having the person do that laugh at you. I mean, you could see why he's extremely pissed.
yeah,
But then like once you get to like the Mumbattan, he is like extremely formidable. Like he's teleporting everywhere. He's like beating 4 of them. He's winning like a 4v1. And then when you get his like final character design and he's terrifying.
yeah. No.
I
Why
love yeah,
why
his
did he
final
turn like
character design
opposite
is
at the end
so
of the movie?
badass.
Like he became black with white spots. What was that about?
Because he has so many spots
Oh, okay.
on him that the white is like his skin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, guys, I've looked it up. I see people. They are saying that he built the watch. That Hobie built the watch out of the random scraps. And on the
Yeah.
note, it said Project Bootleg. So it's a
Oh.
bootleg watch that he made.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's literally the one
So-
complaint I had with it, and they actually planned for that.
Yep.
That's what
so
I
there
said.
you go. We
That's
fixed
what I
it.
said.
There you go, Becca. 10 out of 10 movie for Dexter.
Well, yeah, you had a rewind function though, Nicola. So
What?
you
You
could
had-
go back and watch it immediately. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. I do think it's gonna be really cool because now he's a really terrifying villain.
Yeah. No.
And we like know the personal stakes for Miles where like the spot might kill his dad.
Yeah.
that
Do you think
yeah.
his dad will die in the last movie?
No. No.
I actually
I
don't
think his
know.
mom might.
So, guys, is this your favorite Spider-Man movie?
Definitely.
Yes.
This is one of my
No.
favorite
Is it-
movies of all time.
I think it definitely is in my top 20 movies.
I really hope Gwen doesn't die.
I also hope Gwen doesn't die, and I hope the third movie's even better.
Yeah,
Top
I
three
mean, like
Spider-Man movies.
the
I
third
hope-
one is gonna have like actual like thematic endings.
Mhm.
Like, okay, we had the Gwen ending, but now we're gonna get like the thematic ending for like Miles, and he's gonna
I
have
hope
like
there's going to be
and
a
big
shower
Peter
scene
and
with
probably
Tammy
Miguel.
White and Gwen.
yeah, Miguel. I thought was really cool. I liked like Peter B like saying like, "Come on, we're supposed to be funny. Come on, we're Spider-Man," and he's just so serious. I
Mhm.
thought that was a really cool like play on it.
I think he's just racist.
Peter Parker is not. He's not that present in this movie because he's probably going to be more present in the next one.
Maybe.
Yeah,
They're
maybe.
definitely gonna like have like everyone together with like the band and that stuff. It's
I
cool.
can already see the climax of the next movie of like literally every Spider-Man against Spot.
Yeah. Oh my god, you could tell that they're putting so much. They're gonna put so much resources into that final battle being so
It'll be
good.
so good.
Yeah.
Gonna single-handedly delay it up until 2024.
So Uri's falling asleep, and I'm falling
I'm
asleep.
Nicola, I think already like fell asleep during like
Yeah,
Uri
so
talking.
we should stop.
We've
So
been
I'll
talking for an
recommend-
hour and 42 minutes.
Mm-mm.
I
We can
think.
split this into 2 podcasts.
I'll recommend. I want to say watch Spiderverse. Also watch BoJack Horseman. That's a solid show. And yeah, always use Celsius and
Always use Celsius.
Thanks for
Never
being
Fahrenheit.
Celsius.